Hi. Today I'd like to talk about how to get the most out of experiences with plant medicine. So, I'm assuming that the experience will be facilitated, that there is already um, a ceremonial space, and okay, so not at a festival, not at a bar, in a private space or natural environment, secluded. So, as far as preparing your body, um, the main point is to reduce the amount of noise in your system, your nervous system, as much as possible, and mental noise. So, regarding the nervous system, you want to cut out salt, um, alcohol, sugar, spicy foods, no peppers, no pepper, the the spice pepper, uh, even things like onions, garlic. Get rid of that, and you don't want a lot of sugar. So nothing over, no overripe fruits, nothing fermented, and you also want to cut out um, any heavy meat. I'd say all meat, but if you need fish, that's probably okay. Some traditions allow fish, um, and and here's the thing: a lot of people practice this medicine, and a lot of people have their own prescriptions, and it comes down to traditions here and there, and blah 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 blah. Fine, people get stuck in their ideas about what they like to do and how they like to do it. I'm not trying to sit from a position of knowing better than anyone. What I'm trying to tell whoever's wanting to listen is that in my years of experience, it just becomes really obvious that the quieter your system is, the more you can hear from the medicine. It's kind of obvious, but and it just depends. Do you want to have the deepest and most profound experience, get the most out of your time in a sacred space, or not? Totally up to you. So, so along those lines, aside from diet, you also want to abstain from sexual practices, including masturbation. That's also another way of holding the energy in. And to be fair, it's a lot more important for men than women. But still, it's not just the physical energy. It's having a clear emotional space. So that also um, includes not watching violent television or horror TV, or anything that might stick with you. I'd say stay away from TV altogether, and then meditate, rest, drink water, sit in nature as much as you can. You really, again, the whole point of this um, preparation for sitting in ceremony is to bring the noise level way, 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 way down, and um, and it's really up to you if you feel courageous enough to actually do that, to allow the medicine to speak to you in full volume. So there's, let's see, um, I would say a week prior is a good time frame. Some people do more, some people less. Again, what can you handle? A week is good. And something also to think about is along the lines of um, being respectful of what's about to happen. You know, it's like if you're going to go to a wedding, it would feel disrespectful to maybe wear t-shirt and a sandal and sandals and shorts. You might want to get dressed up, clean yourself up, and be, um, you know, present yourself in a way that reflects the importance of the event. And that, I feel like, is a big part of being psychologically dialed in for what's going to happen. Is, yeah, it might be a little bit uncomfortable or annoying to eat boring food for a week, but it's not just you're not just eating boring food because that's what some guy on YouTube said. You're doing it out of respect for this divine being you're about to interact with. Um, so so what does that really look like for food? Is, once you cut all the stuff out, you can get creative, with salads. For me, I would just do fruit and oatmeal in the morning, and then um, quinoa and steamed vegetables as a second meal early evening, and that's it. Keep it simple. Um, so there's that. And then while you are in this ceremony, especially with the purgative medicine, which is what I'm talking about, DMT based purgative medicine, as opposed to psilocybin, which has potential to be purgative, but not nearly as much. Um, Keep in mind that whether or not you are aware of the energy channels in your body, they are there, and the straighter they are, the better it is for the energy to move through them. And so, what I mean by that is, if you're having trouble moving something, like you have a sense of nausea or unease, or it feels like you're going to throw up but it's not coming, you want to lay flat on your back, legs straight out, uncrossed. You want to be basically like you're on the operating table, because in a sense you are. And if you need to be sitting up, sit straight up, straight spine, neck straight. If you're already kind of puking a little bit and it's not coming completely, don't hold the bucket in your lap bent over. You want to have the bucket out in front and be on hands and knees with your back straight, head over the bucket. Um, you know, Years of experience. This is what I've been taught, and every time I try to recoil against an energy moving, here's something to consider: is that a lot of times the energies that are being moved have a way of embedding themselves and protecting themselves from being moved, and they will cause the body to contract around it. They'll cause the body to contract in a fetal position, or bent over, or hidden. You'll see people hiding their faces, and 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 really, fuck that. It's time to take a stand against this. It's your body, and whatever it is that is not moving does not belong there, and it's time to go. So have the posture of saying, this is my body, and I'm in charge. Um, yeah, so that's about it as far as advice, and I get asked a lot about advice from people, how to engage with the medicine. So that was the main motivation for making this video, and one other thing that comes to mind is, you could be tempted to think too much about your experience while you're having it. And I recommend not doing that. And the main reason is because it's kind of like if you are getting surgery on your stomach and you're in the operating room, it wouldn't really make sense to be asking the doctor for, like he pulls something out, or he does whatever. What was that? Or what's going on here? Um, there has to be a certain level of trust between you and the medicine, so that you get the most out of the experience while it's going on, and then realize or accept that a lot of the information and upgrading to your system will be unpacked as time goes on. There will be lots of time for reflection and integration after the ceremony has completed that evening. And in a sense, the ceremony doesn't really complete for weeks or months because of the unpacking that will occur. So don't try to figure things out in any short order. Just allow them to be, go through the experience and be as present as you can. And as the lessons and upgrades are mature in your system, they will become apparent. So next, I think I'll do a video about integration.